Today we're going to make some pesto out of the basil. This is 4 cups. Basically I use this, and as I'm picking the leaves off, I kind of press it down so it's kind of firmly packed. So this represents 4 cups of firmly packed basil from my garden. Now if you want to buy your basil from the store, that's going to be about that's $2 for that. So this will be like crazy expensive if you were to buy your basil. So you want to grow it, plant it, and harvest the leaves when you have enough of it. So 4 cups of that. I can't afford pine nuts, so walnuts work just as well. In fact, I like them better.
How much is it?
This is 1 cup.
Okay.
And 1 cup, well, I don't know. This is an entire bowl of garlic. Normally, they would maybe 1 or 2 cloves in the recipe and grind it in raw, but we're going to saute these so we can put more garlic. More is better. Anyway, this is 1 cup of Parmesan cheese. I like to call this Farmer John cheese. In here we've got some marjoram. This is thyme, marjoram, and oregano, just to add a little bit of flavor. So we'll first start with the garlic. We'll put garlic in here, and we're just going to saute it. There's a little skin left. I can't quite finish that. And we'll throw in some olive oil, and we'll just kind of roast this a little bit. And we'll need some. I'll come over here. Salt. This is Himalayan pink salt, which I like better. It's healthier. It's got more than just sodium chloride, so a generous amount in there because it's going to flavor the pesto. And we'll go with some black pepper. Let's go ahead and turn this on about medium. Okay, that's gone. Yeah, it's a little more light. Is that better?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Throw some a little bit of pepper in there. Let's get a wooden stirring spoon. Put that in there a little bit, and we'll just kind of let that. Let's turn it down a little bit lower. Let that kind of slowly roast a little bit. It's an entire bulb of garlic, good size.
Bulb?
Bulb, as opposed to a clove.
Okay.
That would be a clove is just one of the things you break off. This is a larger one, and the smaller ones are like really tiny and they're kind of irritating to peel. But I use all of them. Okay, let's go back over here. First thing we want to do is use our food processor. Now you don't want to use a blender. A blender, everything just gets stuck in here. This is bad enough as it is. Alrighty, let's throw a little bit in here. Oop. Counter's clean, so for you out there who don't like using any food that dropped, and don't have enough money to throw away things that drop, because I drop everything all the time. Anyway, let's give it a pulse. So make some room. Okay.
Let's see what it looks like. Okay.
Okay. Let's go ahead and add some thyme. Now thyme is kind of tricky. You don't want to use the whole thing, and you want to use, this is from our garden as well, but you don't want the stem because it's just woody. But there's a way of getting these little leaves off. If you go against the grain, you can just sit there and slide them right off. The leaves just go right in there. Now the top part is not too bad. You just pick that off and throw it in there. Okay, let's do another one. Some more thyme. I like to add a little thyme. It gives it a little bit more aromatic quality. Okay, marjoram. Kind of do the same kind of thing. Just see, this way it doesn't come off. This is kind of able to pick off the leaves. The last few are kind of hard to get to. Okay, now we got another marjoram. My marjoram looks a lot better. My oregano's kind of gone dormant a little bit. I'm close to the winter. Okay, let's pick these nice leaves. Okay, this is my oregano.
How much you're using?
Just a little bit. A couple of stems worth. Okay, here's some sizzle. Let me stir this a little bit. Get some nice smell to it. Turn it down just a little bit. Okay. Oh, I've got some more time. Okay, there's more oregano. Most of this is just going to be the basil. That's the major bit. This kind of just gives it a little extra kick. Okay, I think I got enough of that. Let's add some more basil leaves. These basils are almost going dormant too, so got some of the flowers in there. That should be okay. All right, let's get this chopped down a bit. Kind of like the pulses, because sometimes if you just spin it, it doesn't really get to all the things cut down. Okay, give this another stir. Okay, turn it down. Okay, just want to slowly roast it. Don't burn or anything. You just want to transform the flavor so it's more aromatic than just raw garlic. You can't use very much raw garlic, and I'd rather have a little bit more garlic flavor to the whole thing. All right. There, that's close enough, and that's all of it. Let's go ahead and down. I like to do the cheese last because that starts getting gummy.
Move that bowl out of the way. It's getting in your way.
Oh, okay. All right, let's put some walnuts in there. I'll chop those in there. Take a look at that. See how the starting to transform the cowl a little bit.
Oh, that looks good.
Okay. I'll just go ahead and turn this off and let the it's already toasted. Oh, lost one. It's on my foot.
Is that the one for the dog?
Yep, there's one for the dog. Okay, let's take a quick plate. Little plates here, fill up with some cold water and Try to cool this down a little bit.
Oh,
Okay. Oops, I got a little skin in there. A little skin in the game, huh? Not my skin, the garlic skin. You don't want to chop human flesh in the pesto here. Okay, so let's go ahead and put that in this nice and toasty. And we've got some of the flavor from the garlic and the oil. Alright. You need to put oil in anyway, so it doesn't matter how oily this thing gets. We're going to add a lot of oil. When you think you've had enough oil, it's still not enough. You got to add even more than you think. If it looks like it's too much, it's not enough. That's how much oil we're adding. Okay, let's put this back in the sink. Okay, now let's stir that in a little bit. Alright, let's add a little bit of oil.
what kind of oil is that?
This is olive oil, extra virgin. I didn't have quite enough, so I diluted it with a regular light olive oil. You want pure olive oil. Just kind of get a little bit wet here.
Let me see.
Just to get it started. Now we're going to add some of the Parmesan cheese. Okay, now we'll need the little wooden spoon. The other one disappeared. No, it's got it right here. Hasn't been contaminated yet, so that's good. Don't have to wash more than I have to. You have to kind of pull it away from the sides because it kind of gets sticky. Okay. So let's go ahead. Let's put this on the bag so it doesn't collect any stuff on there. Okay, let's pulse that in. Okay, I'll go ahead and turn it on. I'll start the drizzling. We have to go back and pull it back away from the sides and back into the center. So we continue. When it gets to the sides, it's not grinding it anymore. Okay, so we just have to keep going back and forth. Add some more oil. Drizzle it slowly so it can work better. You want to put it in all at once because it doesn't quite work out that way. Alright, a little bit more, get it off the walls. This is like thick like peanut butter at the moment. You want it a little bit better. Okay, take it away from the sides. Drizzle some more olive oil on there. I'm going to start to wiggle around better. Okay, looks like it's getting stuck up again. Not in a bad way. Okay, pull it from the sides. Now it's a lot more lush. Getting a I have both purple and regular pesto or basil from the garden. I kind of like mix the two. The purple kind of gives it a nicer color. Go ahead and put that on. 1/3 of that. Oh, now it's getting nice and lush. And see how it isn't sticking as much to the sides.
Yeah, that's more like it's ready to eat.
Yeah, just add a little bit more.
Okay, that's my share. We'll make another batch for you.
This is kind of condensed a bit. Okay, let's go ahead and turn this on. Just a little bit slower when we get close to the end. Look in there. Pretty good. Now it's got a nice wet. See how that's kind of,
Light behind you.
yeah, that's about the consistency. We're getting pretty close. A little
Yeah.
bit more olive oil.
Hard to see it, the light's on it. There.
Okay, so it's got a nice soft texture. Okay, now we have to do a little taste test. Grab a cracker here. Maybe I'll go with this. Yeah, I'll just go with one of these.
If my hands weren't full, I'd volunteer for this part.
I need to put salt and pepper in there so it's not. This probably doesn't have enough salt in it yet. Let me taste that real quick. Yeah, definitely need salt and pepper.
I bet you putting in.
About a pinch. Put in 2 pinches. Yes. Okay. Instead, just a smidge more black pepper, not very much. We won't be using more pepper. Okay. Let's go ahead and mix that salt in. Into it. Use about half of this container here. Okay. Yeah, that's nice. That's a kind of like baby food quality. Okay, let's give it a taste. See for there. Oh, perfect. Man, this is good. And the smell. Oh, to die for. Okay, next thing, I need to put this in the container. See, that's big enough. You can let it chill in the fridge a little bit. So you can see it. Look at that.
I want some.
That's about how much you say that would cost at the store if you were to buy that?
Maybe about $4 or $5. Maybe more.
Yeah, that's about. Actually, that's closer to $10 right there.
You need somebody to lick the bowl.
I wouldn't. You can lick the blade if you want.
No, I don't to.
All right. So, just so we can terminate this Yeah, I'm probably going to spend the next 15 minutes getting every drop out of that food processor. But when you want to store it,
Yeah, because sometimes it gets that icky thing on the top.
yeah, what you want to do is just smooth it out as best as you can so it's a nice flat surface. And then you just want to drown the sucker. Oh, nice top of there. This helps to preserve it. Keep it from going bad.
So that keeps the air from turning it.
Yeah, you want anaerobic kind of a thing going there. Is that the right lid?
No, the red one.
Red one. Okey-doke. And there's the pesto. Ready to go. We'll put it in the fridge, and hopefully you'll enjoy this like I do.
I will.
Remember we made that amazing lasagna, and we put the pesto on the top layer with the, oh man.